And with this round of severe weather coming again to the plains and the upper Midwest, the strongest storms producing potentially up to baseball-size hail and even the chance for a tornado into Nebraska. So we have Michael Moritz, warning coordination meteorologist at the National Weather Service in Hastings, Nebraska, who's joining us now. Michael, I saw your office also issued a red flag warning, but something that while we're focused on severe weather, we can't forget that behind these cold fronts, you get the sharp wind increase and also drier fuel. And after Nebraska had the largest wildfire in state history a couple of months ago, I'm sure in the same area having a red flag warning is maybe a little bit concerning, especially to all the farmers and agricultural business that you have out there.
Well, certainly, and you've kind of mentioned the dynamics of the storm, and that's one of the pieces today. Low pressure moving into southern and central Nebraska. As that happens, it pulls up dry, hot air, triple-digit heat actually into north central Kansas, and that dry, hot air becomes a problem. Now, some of that area actually got rain last night, but the fine fuels, the grasses, they still dry out very quickly. Even a couple of days ago, southwest Kansas had quite a few wildfires. Even in our area yesterday, we had small lightning-induced fires. So that is just another aspect of today's active weather, that fire weather condition and that red flag potential later today.
What is the time frame? Because right now we had storms in the morning hours that rolled through, and in a lot of ways that can limit the instability, but we're seeing the atmosphere rebound dramatically. What do you think is the time frame that you'll have, number one, convective initiation, you see the storm start to fire, but also when they could reach their max tornado potential? Because, I mean, it's notable that the term strong tornado was listed at least somewhere in Nebraska today.
Yeah, I think you used a term earlier in the hour called nowcasting, and that's one of the things that we try to do is get that exact time, that exact location if we can. That's really hard to do, even just 4 or 5 hours ahead. But I think right now it's setting up to have development in central and northeast Nebraska, especially in that 4 to 5 o'clock local time frame. Once those storms develop, and that's in the heart of the tornado potential area, it won't take long for them to become severe. And then potentially some may produce tornadoes. Again, it's still a few hours off, and we can't really predict that until those storms actually develop. But that's the focus area, northeast Nebraska, central Nebraska, even as far south as north of Grand Island and that region near I-80. As you get further south, it becomes a little more conditional, as we like to say. So the coverage of the storms might be a little less widespread, and they actually might be delayed a little bit down into northern Kansas, but they're still under the gun for severe weather and even large hail and isolated tornadoes as you get into Kansas as well. And that might be more the evening time frame.
Well, this is day 2 of severe storms, and the peak severe weather threat yesterday, or at least the highest threat zone, was in your general area yesterday. So how do you think that the forecast verified? I saw the big haboob in Kansas. There was a few tornado reports just with a brief scan from the SPC. It seems like there's 4 tornado reports from yesterday, many of them just being landspouts. But some of the larger hailstones, I don't know if we were able to get a 4-inch hailer, but the lapse rates were impressive yesterday. So what do you think went into what we saw from Saturday's storms?
You know, there's always an element of surprise with every event, but I thought overall the forecast was pretty good. We did expect a fairly significant wind event from eastern Colorado across southern Nebraska, northern Kansas, and while the actual location may have varied a few miles from north to south, we had plenty of 70 and 80 mile per hour winds. We've had damage in the Kearney, Nebraska area, Minden, Nebraska, Mankato, Kansas region, the large hail in northwest Kansas. Overall, the timing was really good too. We expected some late afternoon and evening storms, and then the high wind event would come through in the late evening and early overnight. And that continued on to the east. So we had over 110 severe weather reports just in south central Nebraska, north central Kansas alone, 50 severe thunderstorm and a few tornado warnings in there. It was a busy late night, but we're ready for the next one when it happens later today and even tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very elongated stretch of severe storms, which, in my opinion, I think, Nebraska especially has been left out of some of the heart of the severe weather we've seen so far. So, unfortunately, making up for some lost time here. Real quick, I am curious. There's been some buzz online about maybe severe weather season extending into June, potentially being a little bit more active. Do you think that they're on to something, and that, Nebraska, while May is quickly closing and that's the peak tornado month, maybe June could be another month that we really need to be more mindful?
Yeah, I mean, here in Nebraska and this region in general, we really do focus on the mid-May to mid-June timeframe. So, as you mentioned, we maybe missed out a little bit here early in the season with the extreme drought conditions, but we're moving into prime time here the next 4 to 6 weeks. So, I don't think it'd be a surprise at all that, if we had active weather through June, that's really what we'd anticipate in this neck of the woods.
Yeah. Well, Michael, thanks so much for taking time and breaking down the severe weather threat from yesterday, today. I know you guys have a busy stretch of days ahead of you. So, it's always great to have expertise. I was born in Nebraska. I'm a Husker fan, so hopefully you are too. I will leave you with a Go Big Red, but have a great day. And thanks so much again for all your hard work.
GBR, great talking to you.
I love it. Awesome. Thank you so much.